At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
Pahrump Nugget, progressive cash drawings, mystery point multipliers, mystery gift days, extra cash for 4 of a kinds, bingo, bowling, football, and food specials. Looking for constant action? Look no further. Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.
News 46 is brought to you by Affiliated Chiropractic and Affiliated Physical Therapy. Come in for your free consultation. Call 775-727-8900. Our goal is to create the individual treatment plan that will restore your health and end pain.
And welcome back. David Vanderbeek is a candidate for the United States Senate. He has run for office several other times. He spoke to a crowd recently at the Artesia Clubhouse about his senatorial campaign.
I'm David Lloyd Vanderbeek. I am the Independent American Party candidate for U.S. Senate. Now, you have to understand that you have, in this state, you've got 3 major parties. You've got the Republican Party, you have the Democrat Party. The Independent American Party is the national constitutional party affiliate, okay? The Independent American Party is your constitution party. So regardless of what people say, when you're looking at candidates, we have the actual record of being constitutional. So, but I think it's awesome, and Steve, all that he was saying is great stuff. It's just that his party doesn't have a record of following the Constitution. But he sounds like a constitutionalist if you listen to him. So that's great, and that's what we all need to do. My job in this isn't about winning for me, okay? I ran in 2010 for state assembly. What campaigning is about at this point is educating people, because you're smart enough to know the difference, if you know the issues, to make the right choice. You know you want to be free. I don't need to tell you that. You know you want to keep your money. You know you want to keep your property. And people with a constitutional mind frame are in this for the long haul, okay? We're not fly-by-night. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be here 20 years from now saying the same thing if we still have the same problems. My wife and I, Amy is right there, we're residents of Pahrump. We've been here 6 years. Grew up in Idaho. We are Mormons, but we are Mormons for Ron Paul, okay? We do not support Mitt Romney. He supported the Baker bailouts. He supports the NDA. Now, if you look at the 2 alternative candidates, now, I like Steve, but the reality is, in November, there's only going to be 3 names on the ballot for U.S. Senate in this state, okay? The reality is that Dean Heller is going to be your candidate for the Republican Party. The reality is Shelley Berkeley is going to be the candidate for the Democratic Party. And I'm the only other name you're going to see there, okay? Both of those candidates voted for the National Defense Authorization Act. That's what he talked about. That is the act that allows the government to come and arrest you and secretly remove you, detain you, and torture you without a right to an attorney. It's absolute tyranny. You have to stop respecting these people that do these things. You have to stop that. You have to stop respecting people like these traitors and cowards. You have to stop. And you have to realize that you have dignity and you have to prepare for these things.
Well, with this next story, we'd like to warn you that this photo may be disturbing to some viewers. Nevada game wardens are seeking information on a deer that was shot and left to suffer and ultimately die near Pioche in the early morning hours of May 31st. The Operation Game Thief Citizens Board is offering a $500 reward on information that leads to the arrest and conviction of the person responsible. The mule deer was shot in the spine with a small caliber bullet. Evidence from the crime scene shows obvious signs of prolonged struggling. The animal was found a few miles east of Pioche off the 4-mile well road. The small caliber bullet and the deer's location right next to the road would have made the animal's crippled condition obvious to the shooter. Wardens report that this poaching has nothing at all to do with hunting. They said there are no hunting season open right now, and the shooter could not have possibly had any reason to be out looking or killing big game. They hope the reward helps find the person responsible for this senseless act. Anyone with information can call 1-800-992-3688. 3030 anonymously and be eligible for the $500 reward.
And let's go to Zach Fuentes. He has the latest with your entertainment this week.
In the last couple of years, Britain's royal family has been making headlines in the world of entertainment, with last year's royal wedding of Prince William and Kate Middleton, and this year's Diamond Jubilee to celebrate the 60-year reign of Queen Elizabeth II. The United Kingdom and many other parts of the world, including the U.S., have been celebrating the 86-year-old Queen's 60-year reign with the Diamond Jubilee celebration. Throughout the year, events have been taking place, but the main festivities took place over the course of 4 days. On Saturday, the Queen went to the Epsom Derby, which is a prestigious racing event with over 130,000 in attendance. Sunday was the Thames Diamond Jubilee pageant, which included the Queen herself, her husband Prince Philip, and her grandson and granddaughter-in-law, Prince William and Kate Middleton, traveling on the royal barge. Unfortunately, however, Prince Philip came down with a bladder infection and had to be hospitalized, missing the remainder of the celebrations. On Monday, the royals attended the Diamond Jubilee concert, which was shown here in the States. The Queen and her family enjoyed performances by Dame Shirley Bassey, Sir Elton John, Sir Paul McCartney, and many more. The Queen's son and next in line for the throne, Prince Charles, gave a heartfelt speech in honor of his mother. Tuesday, the final day of the festivities, began with a service at St. Paul's Cathedral, and following the service, they attended a reception. Following the final events of the festivities, Queen Elizabeth II rode back to Buckingham Palace by carriage, waving and smiling to the crowds of people who were in the streets to catch a glimpse of their long-reigning monarch. Well, singer and songwriter Sheryl Crow has revealed that she has a brain tumor. Crow, who is a breast cancer survivor, stated that the tumor was discovered months ago after she saw a doctor due to experiencing memory loss. She did state that the tumor is not cancerous and will be monitored for any type of growth. The type of tumor Sheryl Crow has is called a meningioma, which is a common type. In fact, stars such as Elizabeth Taylor and Mary Tyler Moore had the same exact type. The singer's doctors have said that surgery is not required, but they will perform tests every couple of months to be sure it remains non-cancerous. Actor Penny Marshall, who you may remember as Laverne DeFazio from TV's Laverne and Shirley, is the victim of a scam. Marshall, a longtime LA Lakers fan, was reportedly scammed out of more than $5,000 after being tricked by someone who had claimed to be Laker player Lamar Odom's assistant. According to TMZ, it began last month when the supposed assistant began speaking to Marshall at a Lakers game. He subsequently gave her what he said was Lamar Odom's phone number. Over the next few days, the assistant posed as Odom through text messages and later asked her to loan his assistant $5,000. Those text messages stopped once she sent the cash. A report was filed with the LAPD, and they have opened a grand theft investigation. I'm Zach Fuentes, and that was your entertainment this week.
Thanks so much, Zach. It's getting hotter outside, but before we go to Zach with your weather forecast, Jason Koblenz spoke with Healthcare Partners dermatologist Dr. Victoria Guerra, who gives us some pointers on how to stay safe in the sun.
Probably one of the biggest things that I'd love for everybody to do with sunscreen is not only to make sure to remember to put it on, but make sure to absolutely reapply it. A lot of people are spending more time than ever outdoors, going to the pool or barbecues, cookouts, things like that. So even more important to make sure to really put the sunscreen on. So.
Very good. It's my understanding that we're not even really protected in our cars.
That's correct. Yeah, unfortunately, windows and windshields just do not protect very well at all. And especially out here in Pahrump, if you're driving to Vegas, sometimes you can be spending a couple hours a day in the car, which is almost like a couple hours laying out. So definitely want to make sure if you're going to be not only just taking a long car trip, but even every day, make sure to put some sunscreen on to help to protect against that. So.
Yeah, there was an interesting fact you'd mentioned about England and the right side and America and the left side?
Yeah, just kind of going after that same point. In the U.S., we tend to have a higher incidence of skin cancer on the left side of our body, again, mainly just from driving because, the sun comes in on that side, whereas in the U.K., where they drive on the right side of the car, they have a higher incidence on the right side. So, again, definitely showing that the sun does unfortunately get through those windshields and windows. So.
And you're recommending that we do this on a daily basis. Every day we apply our sunscreen. What's the recommended SPF, would you say?
Sure. I recommended people to get at least an SPF 30, but, if you want to go higher, I certainly won't complain. So.
And speaking of going higher, are there any major differences, say, between like 85 and 100, or is it necessary to really worry about that?
Well, there are some differences. Probably the biggest difference that it makes for people as a consumer and as protecting their own skin is that unfortunately when you look at it in the lab, people never put on the amount of sunscreen that you need to that they use in the lab to get that initial rating to begin with. Because of that, I do recommend to people to get the highest SPF you can find, just so that you make sure to protect yourself as well as you can. So.
All right, and I guess the number one tip that we should all take from you as far as applying sunscreen every day?
Reapply, 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 and make sure to definitely put it on to begin with. So.
Wow, that's all good stuff this time of year. Sunscreen.
I know, I wear sunscreen all the time, and it helps cutting down on those wrinkles.
Yeah. Don't look at me when you say that.
No, it's so
I
important.
could hold a 3-day reign in these wrinkles.
It's so important to wear sunscreen all the time if you guys can.
Anyway, Zach Fuentes will be back with the weather right after these words, so don't go anywhere.
News 46 Weather is brought to you by Healthcare Partners Medical Group, with 5 locations in Pahrump. Local doctors and professional staff providing total care from infancy to seniors. News 46 Weather is also brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body. For more information, you can visit their website at nevadadairycouncil.org.
Welcome back to News 46, everyone. Zach Fuentes here with your weather. We had sunny skies today, and we are remaining in the 80s for now. 87 was our high. Our winds coming out of the north-northwest at 7 and our gusts at 16 miles per hour. So today was a little bit breezy, but it wasn't like the past couple of days. Our pressure is falling a little bit at 29.91, and our UV index is staying the same at 10 very high. Our humidity is pretty low at 9%, and the sunrise was at 5:27 a.m. It doesn't seem like it's budging from there. Our record for today was not too long ago, actually, 110 degrees back in 2010. Taking a look now at tonight, our low is going to be 60 degrees, winds coming out of the north at 3 miles per hour, and our gusts at 7. Humidity at 12%, and our sunset at 7:59 p.m. Record for today is 48 degrees back in 1993. Looking now at tomorrow, we are going to go back into those 90s. 94 is going to be our high. Low is going to be 66 degrees, and our winds coming out of the south-southwest at 5. Gusts only at 10 miles per hour, so it looks like that breeze is going to be going away. Our humidity at 11%, and our sunrise at 5:27 a.m. UV index is at 10 very high, so remember to take those precautions. Just like Dr. Garris said, remember that sunscreen. Looking now at our 7-day forecast, like I said, we're going back into the 90s. We are going to have a little bit of a cool down. Sunday, we're going to go back to 90 degrees, might even border on the 80s there. But then temperatures are going to slowly creep back up, and it looks like those triple digits are going to make a recurrence on Wednesday, so we're not looking forward to that. Saturday, we're going to have a little bit of winds, gusts at 21 miles per hour. But overall, our overnight lows are looking pretty cool. So far, the lowest low is 62 degrees on Saturday. Back to you.
Time to get digital. KPVM will be turning off the analog signal permanently on the 15th of June. Get your analog to digital converter box or digital TV before it's too late. Call KPVM at 727-9400, extension 209 for more information.
And is your son or daughter graduating from Pahrump Valley High School this Friday? KPVM will be capturing this once-in-a-lifetime moment with 3 cameras for your enjoyment and memories. You can order a DVD of this important event by calling 727-9400, extension 209. The cost is only $25.
That does it for this edition of News 46. I'm Doug Brendel.
And I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
We wish you a great evening, and we'll see you here again tomorrow night. Until then, good night, Pahrump.